Well, welcome back to another Dynodaze video. A red Mitsubishi Colt CZT in the house. Oh, the engine's in front of it, Richard.
Well, it was in there beating this morning.
It was in there beating.
It's now 11:55 and it's out.
Right, what are we doing now, Rich?
It's having quite a few different bits and bobs but around the engine. So it's having LSD, it's having hybrid turbo, and then we're doing cam belt water pump and a few other bits on it. So it sort of made the sense to, well, pull it out really.
Oh, pull it out, yeah.
Well, if you're going to take the box off in the car and struggle, and then you're going to try and do the cam belt in the car and struggle, and then you're going to try and swap the turbo in the car and struggle, well then you might as well pull it out, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, if in doubt, pull it out, Rich.
Yeah.
Right, I'll come back and see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Well, up on the dyno with this Colt CZT in spicy red with an Uncle Keith's metallic grey rocker cover. Yes, it's had its hybrid turbo fitted now, so it's had the work done. It's just time to dial it in, get it tuned and see where we get to. So, yeah, here we go. Colt CZT.
Yeah, Colt CZT.
I've got a red Colt CZT.
Have you?
I have.
Yeah.
I have got one.
At your house, the K20.
Yes.
That'll soon be here. We'll have to sort out getting that here, won't we? For our new painter Reese.
And it's potentially got a date, hasn't it? So we'll
talk about that more if that gets confirmed. But yeah, there's something on the cars which we're both quite excited about. But
excited.
Yeah, involving the K20 Colt and the supercharged K24 EK. So
we'll see
if that happens.
That's enough. We won't say any more.
No, I won't say any more than that.
Right, so a hybrid turbo again.
Yeah, quite a lot happened on this car this week, so we'll run into it and see what we did. So Gary KSV is running the Javelin Sprint Series, not in the same class as me, but he's running in the same competition as me.
Why is he not in the same class as you?
Because he's got less power.
Okay.
So he runs in a 200 to 250 brake class. He says, I'm struggling to compete because I'm at 215 brake horsepower and I feel like I'm not as quick as some of the other lads in the class. I said, okay, fair enough. We talked about options, about what there was that we could do and everything else. He says, I still believe the Arashi hybrid is the way to go. I think we could get a real nice setup out of that. You've already got most of the stage 2 mods. This car already had 3-port boost solenoid. It already had 550 injectors. It already had a clutch in it. It already had a 2.5-inch downpipe. We'd already previously changed the exhaust manifold. We had ported the turbo housing.
You went from side mount to
custom front mount, which we made for it. We did a Gizfab 2.5-inch downpipe, but they normally scale down to 2-inch to then join the 2.25-inch. So we took that flange off, put a 2.5 inch V-band on it, made it 2.5, then converted it to the 2.25 inch exhaust. The only way I could say that this car could flow any better than it does currently is a nice 2.5 inch exhaust on it. But
what's on it? Scorpion
2.25, yeah.
2.25.
Now, but irrelevantly of that, we've made the power with ease. We were at, when we started working on this car, we were at 265 brake. If anything, we've had to take boost out of it. We're actually running less boost now than we were on its previous tune. But obviously, because the compressor housing is bigger and it flows better, we're obviously making more power. Because what normally happens is we'd spike it to say 18 psi, 20 psi down low at first, and then it would tail right down to like 12 to 10 psi at the top. With this hybrid turbo, they don't drop off. So we've in this instance with Gary, we've scaled it to 18 psi. We've held 18 psi to the end. And that's given us a really, really nice balance. That's gave us 228 foot-pounds, I believe, and 248 brake. His class is a limit of 250, so obviously we were staying under that class. So yeah, really good. We're down on torque from where it was, which will help the longevity of the engine, and we've made a bucket of power at the top end. I mean, you can physically see from the graph where it's made the power. Again, I can't see Gary being disappointed with that. Yes, okay, we've lost at the start, but we'll talk about that as well. The original turbo is tiny and spools up at 2,500 RPM. You've got a bigger turbo. Naturally, the downside to that is you're going to lose some spool time. You're going to lose some spool time. But we're only talking about 1,000 RPM. We were hitting peak boost at 2,500 before. We were hitting peak boost at 3,500 now. And in reality, would you notice that 1,000 RPM spool time down low?
When you're on full chat everywhere.
Exactly, when you're on full chat. And ultimately, it would also help curve wheel spin as well a little bit down there. You know, because you can have all the power and torque you want down there. But
I love the Sprint series, by the way. It's so entertaining.
So I think this is a really, really, really good compromise, good setup car. I think the only thing that I would change, but not that you need it, in my opinion, but is to put a 2.5 inch exhaust on it.
Well, Gary doesn't need it now because he's set up for exactly what he wanted the car for, which is the Sprint series.
Which is the Sprint series. I think if you did go to 2.5 inch exhaust, you'd probably be able to drop the boost a little bit more because you wouldn't have to push on it so hard to force through the exhaust. So you'd probably be able to take a little bit of boost out.
Because he's got bigger brakes, he's got good tyres, he's got good suspension, so he's ready to go and attack that now.
I think he's as ready as he's going to be, for sure. Well, the car is certainly as ready as it's
Gary's got to get ready.
Yeah, Gary's got to get ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be nice to see what it does when we get it out, obviously on the Saturday the 27th, which is the next round.
Is this competing on that day?
Yeah, round 3 at Cadwell. Yeah,
awesome.
Gary's going.
That's awesome. I can't wait for that. Yeah. Well, we'll do a right old video of that then, yours and Gary's. That'd be really interesting for the Colt lot and the Civic lot. So yeah,
for sure. Well, let's have a look at that graph.
Let's do it.
Well, say it with me, guys. Red line is as she came in, blue line is as she leaves. That's the power increase. This is going to get Gary winning his series. Finishing on 248 brake horsepower, 220 wheel horsepower, and 228 foot-pound of torque. Yeah, I've got a red Colt. I'm going to keep saying that until I'm driving it again. So you'll see me out in my red Colt eventually again, but in the meantime, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. And we will see you on the next one, won't we, Rich? We will indeed.
Ready to elevate your ride? Dynodaze Performance Parts has you covered. From exhaust to ECU remaps, we offer top-tier parts for peak performance. Our experts provide personalized tuning to match your driving style. Join our community of enthusiasts. Join thousands who trust Dynodaze for their performance needs. Visit DynodazePerformanceParts.com and transform your drive today.
Boy, I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.